What's up, guys? It's your boy Sammy, also known to a lot of you as Phoenix Hotboy, and this is my newest venture, the Hotcast. This is going to be a show that I've wanted to do for a long time. It's something that I think is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to bring on a lot of people that really don't get to get seen very often. Some do, actually, some don't, but I got a lot of people in line that this should be a pretty good time. Uh, well, like I said, this is something I've wanted to do for a hot minute and just kind of been nervous to do, so I'm going to jump right in it. I guess we could start off with really what the podcast is about. What my podcast is going to be about is a lot of fun. I just want to show off a lot of the people that I think are cool. Some you might think are cool, some you might not. Hopefully you do, because I think everybody who I'm going to be bringing on is fucking awesome. So hopefully you do as well. It's something that I have wanted, like I said, I've wanted to do, and I've been nervous about doing it. So we're gonna see what we can make happen here. Um, I'm going to be doing a lot of stunt riding and a lot of stunt related, obviously, content, but a lot of it's also going to be about skateboarding. I got a lot of graffiti homies I grew up with, a lot of talented people that I kind of want to bring on, see who we have. There's a lot of talented people on this earth, and a lot of people just get brushed right over. So I want to bring those people on and give them a voice, however that may go. Um, I'm going to do my best to try and drop these as fast as possible, whether it be once a week, a couple times a month. We'll see how it goes, really. Um, I guess I can jump right in and go into a little bit about myself. My name is Sammy. Well, like I said, a lot of people know me as Phoenix Hot Boy. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm 24 years old. Uh, my whole life pretty much revolves around Harley Davidsons and fucking Chevrolets, so pretty much a good start. Hopefully, you didn't see my chicken scratch writing because I have the worst handwriting I probably know of. Um, yeah, I mean, I got into the scene I'm into about 5 years ago. I pretty much I was riding a Street 750. I got it given to me by a family friend, No Will. Um, he believed in me. We used to smoke a lot of weed together. He had cancer, and unfortunately, he passed away. But he left me a 2016 XG 750 in his will. So I was riding that, smashing miles for a hot minute. Then one day I was sitting outside my house, and some kid pulled up on a Z125. Name was Daniel. He was real tall, looked like a monkey fucking a football. But he was super cool, super nice dude. Wore fucking cowboy boots and shit. But he had a full stunted out Z125, but I'd never even seen one before. I was like, what the fuck is this? It wasn't much later when I decided I had to have one. He took me on what's called the Friday Night Fun Ride, something we have out here in Phoenix. It's a damn good time. If you're out here on a Friday, you know about it. Kind of got shut down for a little while, but it's coming back. Uh, but I went out there and I seen a bunch of dudes who are now my friends. I seen Derek Larson, Gino Linati, people of that sort. Some are really the best to do it. And I seen people do Harley wheelies. Now I had no idea that shit was possible. No, I'd never even heard of it much. And then that kid Daniel, he kind of mentioned it to me a little bit, and I went and looked it up. Then I found the Unknown dudes. Shout out the Unknown boys; those guys are fucking cool. Really put on for a lot of us. Um, but I watched Unknown 2 in Tucson, and I was like, "That's the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life." But I didn't want to beat on my Street 750, so I went ahead and got myself a Z125. And dude, I tried to wheelie that thing for like 10 months, looped out every single fucking day. Um, Shout out Derek Larson. I think there's a lot of like some of my best friends. I started becoming friends with Derek, Cash Wentling, if you know who that is as well. And they were all putting me on a lot of game. Also putting fucking humbling my ass because they definitely weren't very nice to me at the beginning. Um, but that's how you become good friends with some people. And I asked Derek, "What the fuck do I do? How am I really gonna do this? I really want to do this." And he said, "You spend 30 minutes a day, no fans or buts. You knock it out, and you'll learn." And sure as shit, the kid was right, man. I spent 10 months looping out, and then finally I spent 30 minutes every day just trying my best. And a month later, after 10 months of doing it, that was like all of 2020, I got it. Um, and then it was probably within that month, I made some trading. I've always been into buying and selling and trading stuff. I I then got a that 883 Sportster. It was a '08 883. It only had seven. No, I think it might even less. It was like 1,400 miles on it. Gorgeous bike. And I started building that. And it was probably like 3 months later. I did my first Harley wheelie, like the beginning of 2021. Um, was doing my best to try and drag fender. I think I blew my fender off within the next like 2 or 3 months, and then I was hooked. It was over with. That was what I knew I wanted to do. And then I was spending all my time riding with all the boys, and well, damn, now here we are. This is like my life. This is what I do. I wouldn't want it any other way. I've met some amazing people in this industry, and I think that's a big thing is going out and meeting people and enjoying new phases of life with new individuals. It's fucking awesome. Harleys are sick. Uh, I went ahead and asked on Instagram, like, who would want to hear what, you know? And this isn't something I've done before. Or something I don't really know how to do. So let's go with man. Someone asked me how I felt on Amazon. Losing Amazon lot was a fucking tragedy. Amazon's been the coolest fucking thing since sliced bread for the last 3 years. It was a gift to us. We were very spoiled. Anybody who's ridden there knows it's pretty hard to go past it, you know? Like you go past it now and you're like, son of a bitch, that was the spot. That was the spot. And unfortunately it's not there anymore. It's now covered in construction and heavily covered and sending people to jail. So that's not where we want to be. Oh shit. All right. Another big one. I think someone asked me like 5 times my least and favorite things in the stunt scene. I think my favorite thing is meeting people. Um, I love meeting new people. If it ever seems like I don't like to meet you or anything, I probably have to take a shit or something because I try my best to be cool to everybody. If I'm not cool, I genuinely am sorry. I like to have a good time with everybody. I'll drink a beer with whoever, smoke a joint with whoever, and have a conversation with anybody under the sun. So, uh, yeah, I think that's my favorite thing. Is I got friends all around this country. Um, you don't really find many things that you get to befriend people from here to on the other side of the country. It's a hard bargain, hard thing to go against because it's fucking awesome having friends in Florida, having friends in Connecticut, having friends in Wisconsin, Illinois. It's awesome. It's a gem. I got friends from 1,000 miles away that I can call right now and they'll answer and probably meet me halfway to go do something. And, it's a magical thing. It's fucking badass. So that's probably my favorite thing about it. My least favorite thing is like I think there's a point in a lot of people when they start riding, they get into a certain level, and I think a lot of people grow out of it too. But like they almost start to become like egotistical in a sense. They look at everybody as competition instead of their friend. And I think a big thing about this industry is we have to understand it's a rising industry, and it's booming. We're like the adult version of the skateboarding craze, and I think that a lot of people kind of look past that and think there's not enough room at the table for everybody to eat, and I think that's wrong. I think there's room for everybody. The more stuff we create, the more stuff we do, the bigger the scene gets. The bigger the scene gets, the more money we can all make together. If that's what you're into. I mean, I know a lot of people are in it just to ride. I personally love just to ride. The money's cool if it comes. For me, it's a rare thing, but you know how it goes. Shout out sponsors. Uh, that's probably my least favorite thing. I don't hate. I mean, I guess there's not much I could say I dislike about it. I love this. I love the stunt scene. I love the stunt industry. I love what we got going on. You ever hear me talking shit? Just know there's probably not any malice behind it because I'm not a very serious guy when it comes to hating things. So, uh, that's my opinion on that. A big one I also got asked is riding after an injury, and I'll go into that a little bit because man, that's been fucking me up. And I know I'm not supposed to cuss because it's probably gonna go on YouTube, but it's been fucking me up. Uh, I apologize for the miking setup, and I know it's not the greatest. I'm pretty new to this, and this is the best I could come up with on a short time. But riding after an injury, this shit's been fucking me up. It's the biggest mental battle I've ever had in my entire life. I've never been so scared to be on my bike. I was somebody who could ride anything at any point in time, especially after a few beers. If you know, you know. Uh, and for some reason, this shit just fucking scares the shit out of me. I get to a certain point in balance point and I get terrified that I'm fucking up again. And I'm gonna not be able to walk and not be able to provide and not be able to pay for my bills and I'm gonna struggle again. I think it's not even the pain that hurts, it's the being an adult that hurts. And that's just the cold hard truth about it is like it's a fucking scary thing because I think you weigh out all your options after you officially get injured. Um, I just rode the brawl, my first ever brawl, and I couldn't be more blessed to be a part of it. But I don't think I did what I wanted to do, and I think I could have done much better. But I'm fucking scared. So hopefully I figure that out. Hopefully I cut past that, and hopefully I can continue to like do more competitions and get better because I'm not happy with how I rode, but that's neither here nor there. I'm very happy to be a part of it. And hopefully, I get to be a part of it again. Uh, let's go with man inspiration and getting inspired to stunt ride. I think I kind of went into that earlier. Uh, I think my buddy Duncan asked me that. Decaf Dunk, he's the fucking man. Super good dude, super determined fellow. Somebody I've watched from the beginning. I even saved his life one time. Also, if you know, you know. Um, I think I got inspired because I seen something that I finally agreed with. I've never been a sports guy. I was when I tried to do it as a kid. Um, but I love skateboarding. I love action sports. I wasn't into BMX too much. I tried that a little bit, but skateboarding was always my thing. I got to a point where I stopped skateboarding, and I thought I finally found something with stunt riding that was so similar that I just fell in love. And the camaraderie I felt with riding with my boys in the streets. If you want to meet your friends or see how your friends are really going to react, go ride streets with your boys, man. Because streets with my friends taught me so fucking much, and I'm so. I think that's what hooked me was riding streets with my boys and the how tight we got, how close we got. When shit got dicey, it really showed true colors, and like you really decided who was going to be your boy and who wasn't. Um, I think that's what got me hooked in the beginning. I think a lot of the things now, since the pace has kind of changed to where I'm doing more shows and stuff like that, I think I do it for the little kid in me, man. I think that's the biggest thing. Is I look and I always want to see like the young gun or the kid who's maybe just got his license or just got there, or this, that, and the other. Even the little kid who's just happy to be there. His mom brought him. Um, I love like the smiles. I also love the old dudes, man. I love the old dudes who didn't know it was possible. That shit fucking kills me. I love this shit. And I think that's what keeps me going now is um, the smiles, the push, the laughter, the joy. You know how hard it is to be upset when someone's doing a burnout? As long as you're happy with your life, it's very hard. I love burnouts. So burnouts, wheelies, all that. I love when other people love it, and I think that's what keeps me going as much as it does. You know, it makes me want to keep breaking my shit, fixing my shit, and building my shit. I'm sure a lot of people can understand it gets addicting. You know, I'd do this over any sort of drug under the sun. I mean, this is way more fun to me. Motorcycles saved my life personally, and I couldn't be happier to be doing what I'm doing. And I didn't know I was even gonna get here. Oh man, I'm sure me breathing. I breathe like shit, so I'm sure it sounds terrible. I'm sorry. Um, Another one I was asked is how it felt competing in my first contest. That's surprisingly like a question I was asked a good amount. My first contest is Willow Springs Drifter Cross, the first ever Drifter Cross, 2023 November. It's when I met Cyrus Diaz for the first time and Emilio Jimenez from not Washington, New York State. He's the fucking man too. He does Bagger Racing League. I think he was Rookie of the Year 24 or something, 23 maybe. But that was when I first met Cyrus Diaz. Shout out Cyrus Diaz, man. We immediately became buddies, and I think um, that was a big thing that made me want to keep doing contests. Was that event, man? I had so much fun. I didn't do the greatest. In fact, I made myself look silly at some point, but I had so much fun. Um, I've done a lot of contests, and I think I've only won one, and that was Salt Lake City Get Vertical Burnout contest, and I ate shit right afterward, showboating like a dumbass. So you know how that goes, unfortunately. And that wasn't even like a sanctioned event. That was just something I won one time. Any sanctioned event I haven't done very good at, but I'm working on that. Uh, but that was my first one. Was November 2023 Drifter Cross Willow Springs. I drove out there by myself. I picked up my buddy Dustin on the way, and when we picked up Dustin, I drove my ass to Palmdale, California, and we did Drifter Cross. He was like my pit crew. I brought two bikes. That was the first time I ever really rode my Dyna, and I had so much fun. I think I partied so hard that weekend, and but I had a bunch of fun. Got to meet a bunch of new people I hadn't met, and it was fun pushing myself. And I made some mistakes, but we all do. That's how it goes. But it was a lot of fun. I think after that event, I was like, this is something I want to do. I dipped my foot in the water, and I wanted to jump all the way in. So, uh, yeah, Drift Across 2023. I think from then it went to, man, I think a couple more Drifter Crosses maybe, and then the Get Vertical stunt games a couple of times, and then I did the Cruzy Originals Amateur Contest, which was sick as fuck. That was cool. We did that at Firebird Raceway um, in like October of 2024, and that was a good event. That was a big thing, big large platform for all of us. There's a lot of people there. That was a cool event. Shout out Cruzy Originals and the boys. Uh, that was really like that was just a cool event because it was drifting, it was stunt riding, it was everything. It was dope, and I'm excited to do more modded culture events. Those are always a blast. Modded culture dudes are always super cool too. I'd personally like to bring my car at some point and just need to get that fucker to run. Anybody who owns an old piece of shit knows they never like to run. So, oh man, I'm running out of questions I wrote down. I should have wrote down more. Um, I guess we could just boil down into what I'm going to be doing with this. I know I kind of brought it up in the beginning, but this is going to be my newest venture towards something I think is cool. I do a lot of stuff for a lot of other people, and I kind of want to do something for me, and this is my thing for me. It's what I wanted to do, and I'm going to jump all the way in and try it. So hopefully, if you've listened this long, I can keep you around and you can watch it. I'm going to have a lot of cool people on. Might be your favorite stunt rider. Hell, it might be your favorite rapper. Give me some time. We'll make some shit happen. Uh, but if you have watched this long, I really appreciate you, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to stay tuned for the next time. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Again, it's your boy Sammy, also as Phoenix motherfucking Hot Boy, and this is the Hotcast.